to find two elements such that their sum is closest to 0. The sum can be either positive or negative. Basically the thing is that we will calculate the absolute distance from the 0, or you can say that we know that like if anything which is closest to 0, this is our origin or this is the closest to 0, so we have to find out such pairs in which the sum is closest to 0. Okay, so what will be given to us, a list will be given having some values. Okay, the input is like this: -4 7 6 2 -5, and output will be like this. Another test case is this. Okay, so we will use two approaches. The first one is very simple, and the other one we will use is by sorting. Okay, or you can say optimized approach. So let's start with the first one. Okay, so the first one, very basic initial, the like simple thing we can do is very simple approach, you can say. We will do it by iterating through the list. Okay, twice. The first one, like if it is the list. Okay, so we will start from the very beginning and calculate the sum of every element with each other. Like first we will calculate the sum of this and this, then -4 with 6, then -4 with 2, and then -4 with 5. So one loop will go for these elements, one will be the inner loop which will be calculating sum of other elements, and the outer loop will be like first we will start from -4, then we will calculate for 7, then for 6, and then 2, and then for 5. Okay, we will repeat this process, and in this process we will also compare the sums we are getting every time, and we will compare it with minimum sum. In the initial stage what we will do is we will take minimum sum as sum of both these elements, the first two elements. Okay, and then compare the absolute sum every time with this sum, and if sum is getting lesser, we are getting lower sum, then sum will be shifted to that, otherwise it will remain the same. Okay, so let's start how it works. So start with initializing counter variable 1. So the one loop will move for I equals to 1, or we will start from I equal to 0 to length of list. Okay, and we will use length function here. So okay, length function -1. Why -1? Because length of list is n, and we know that list indexing starts from 0. Okay, and then a inner loop will execute for j. Okay, loop through the list element by element, starting from, and then iterate through the list. This is the inner loop, and we will calculate the sum. Okay, and then compare the sum, and after coming out of the inner loop we will increment the counter by 1, that is this one is for outer loop. Okay, and then again we will calculate the sum. Okay, and we will do this till then it is less than the length of the list. Okay, so or you can say less than or equals to. Okay, so I will move from 0 to this, this list has length of 5, so it will move to, I think it should be less than, not equal to. Okay, return the pair which is giving the minimum sum, and as we are doing it twice, like we have two loops, so time complexity will be order of n square, n star n. Okay, we know that this n is for outer loop, this n is for inner loop. Okay, so let's see how we have implemented it in Python. So we have created a function minimum absolute sum pair, and here we are giving the array or list, whatever. I am giving the name as array, but I am providing it list. Okay, and I have started the count with 0. Okay, initial start count will be 0. And yes, the most important thing is that a list should have at least two elements, because if there will be no two elements, then how will you gonna calculate the sum? Okay, so first of all we will initialize that. I have already told you now that we will start with this, the sum of these two. So I have started minimum L of 0 and minimum R is 1. This is 1, indexing 0 and 1. So we will calculate the sum of values at this place. Okay, Now we will execute the outer loop, that is for L in range of 0 to, I have already told that if list is length 5, then we will iterate this loop to 0 to 4. Okay, and then the inner loop that will execute from, because we will be calculating the sum with this starting from this to this, so that's why it is L plus 1 to length of array. Okay, and now we were calculating the sum, and after that we will compare the sum with this sum already we have calculated. So if sum is absolute minimum sum is greater than this, okay, that means this is the lower, we are getting the more closer to 0, so minimum sum will be assigned this value, and minimum L will be L, and also indexing will be changed. Okay, and now we will execute all this loop. After that we will get the pair. Now I think that was -5, yeah. So output will be 6 of -5 or -5 or 6. Okay, now we will decide, but in this case, in the test case, we want -5 6 rather than this 6 -5. Otherwise we will get 6 -5 because it is coming first in the list. So what we will do is we will check if it is less, then it will be printed first, and if it is less, then it will be printed first. Okay, so that's why we are just checking array of minimum L is less than array of minimum R. Okay, and if it is less, then closest pair will be minimum L comma minimum R. We will be getting the tuple. Okay, otherwise we will getting closest pair as minimum of R to minimum of L, and then in the end we will return the closest pair. Okay, so if we are giving the output this, it will now we are calling this function the main function here, and it will give the result as this. Okay, now the second method is, that is optimized method, because earlier we have seen that the time complexity was n square, n star n. Okay, so now what we will do is to make these things easy, first of all we will sort the array. In sorting, as we know that we will be having a smallest element in the beginning and the largest element in the end. So we will use two index variable and L and R to traverse from left and right ends. Okay, and again like previous one, we will initialize L as 0 and R as n minus 1. Now we will be calculating from here. Okay, like this. We will be taking element from here and then here, and then this and then this. Okay, now we are not iterating like this. Okay, but we will take this element and this element, we will calculate the sum, then we will take this element with this element, or we will also calculate the sum with like this. So sum is equals to A of L plus A of R. Okay, and we will do this till L is less than R. Okay, like until it doesn't cross the this. Okay, like we have five elements, so we will move like this. Okay, and if sum is negative, you are adding these two elements, and if sum is getting negative, then you will increment the L. Okay, you will move here, otherwise you will move here. Okay, otherwise you will R minus 1. Okay, and then we will again every time we will compare the absolute minimum sum, and in this case first of all complexity to sort, it will be n, and then complexity to find optimum pair, that will be log. So the time complexity will be order of n log n. Now let's see its Python implementation. Okay, so again we have started we have created a function that is find closest pair, and in this we are passing the list. Okay, you can give any name, array or list. I have given array name in the previous one, now I am giving list one. So first of all we will sort it, and then as I explained, I equals to 0 and j is the length of list minus 1. We know that indexing starts from 0, so we have to, if 5 elements are there, then we have to move till 4. Okay, and here we have already defined minimum sum, that is float of infinity. This is a Python function which gives as large as possible, and till now we don't have any closest pair, so we are defining it none as none. Okay, closest pair is basically a tuple which can store any values, multiple values. So here we don't have any closest pair till so far, so we are storing none and none. Okay, and while I is less than j, we will iterate through till then I is less than j. Okay, and then I am storing the value sum is equals to list 1 of I, list 1 of j, and we will calculate the sum. Absolute sum is less than and then we will again store the sum. Closest pair will be list 1 of I, list 1 of j. Okay, and if sum is greater than 0, then we will decrement this value. Okay, it will be -1. And you can also use the same notations we have I have already explained in this L and R. So we can use any of the I have a habit of using I and j in the looping, so that's why I use I and j. Okay, and in the end we will be returning the closest pair. Okay, so here we pass the list, this one, and for this list you can say that first it will calculate the sum of this -50 and -38. It is -88, very big. And then it will be increment. Now sum is negative, so as explained, if sum is negative, okay, then it will increment the I plus 1. Okay, so it will move here, and then it will calculate it with this 34 and -38. You are getting the sum -4, and then if I calculate my absolute of this, then 4. Okay, and again says sum was giving the, so we will iterate through this until I is less than j. Thank you so much. I hope I will be able to explain you the